Let's just call secession an American tradition, if you will. Of course, it began with the leaving the Britain Empire, which began this nation over 200 years ago. Britain did their own little thing called the Brexit, which got them out of the European Union, which really isn't the same thing and hasn't been so great for them for their money, their dollars there, or their sterling pounds, if you will. Here in the States, the southern states tried it once, didn't quite work out so well, and Texas threatens it all the time. But who's going to actually pull this thing off? Maybe California. Great name for it too. Calexit. The movement has taken a significant step forward with a proposed initiative being set forth, with signatures being taken place and people trying to aim to put this on a measure for pure succession from the Union in 2028. For that ballot measure, it has to do some work though. To get that measure on the books, you have to have 50% of all registered voters actually participate. So 50 plus 1% actually have to actually be in the ballot. And of that, it has to win by 55% or more. That's to make this thing become an actual law, something actually to propose to the United States. Although I'm not sure we're fighting a war against California to keep them in, but you get where the point is. A successful measure to get off the dime, the land, the place of the U.S. has to do all these things to make it happen for California to be the independent nation of California. Now, let's think about this for a second. Upon approval, a 20-member commission will be established by 2027 to assess California's viability as an independent state, whether they can actually do it once they put this place in order. And the report will follow. Reports must happen. And this initiative will be introduced by a political activist, a guy named Marcus Evans, who's set to do this thing. It's going to cost about $10 million to do it, so he's ready to put it up there. $2 million annually to operate the commission to make it work. So there are plans in place to make this thing happen, if it can happen. Now, the vote must be done to get this on the ballot in 2028 by this July 22nd. So 50% of all registered voters must actually participate in this vote. If it's less than that number, it doesn't matter. And if they don't get 55% or more of the voting saying to do it, it's a done deal, as in it's not going to be a done deal. The work on the back end is basically, can they actually make it happen? As we know, we have a new president, and that being Donald Trump, all of 6 days as of today. And he'd probably love to get rid of California as something to deal with until he realizes how much actual money California brings into the nation. That might be something there. Of course, then he can make them join NATO and make them pay up there, make them pay tariffs, do all that stuff if you want to, because that's what he's all about these days. But here's the deal. Of all the nations in the world that are complaining about us, and all the states here in the States, here in the United States, who want to complain about the United States and want to be on their own, Texas doing most of the complaining, looks like California may be the first one to get a shot to jump off the map and become one of the lesser of our states, no longer state, making the flag now have to go to 49 stars, unless then we pick up Puerto Rico just so we don't have to, change the map, change the flags and go with that one. What do you think about California leaving the Union? Maybe you think they should leave the Union. Maybe you're wondering why they're even a part of it in the first place. Your comments, very much warranted right here.